All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Captain Cody Davis here with you guys again for another one. And contrary to what you guys might think, I am absolutely horrible at making videos like this where it's just me talking to a camera. So this is take like number 99, but we're just going to roll with it and see how this goes now that I've admitted that to you guys. But this video is very special. I'm very excited to show this to you guys, not necessarily this video, but the product slash project that I'm going to be showcasing in this video. It's a deal that's been a long time coming. It has been in the works for I don't even know how long, and it is finally done. It is finally here. And I mean this when I say this, and I really want to make sure you guys hear me on this. I truly could not be happier with how this product came out. It's very rare in the fishing industry anymore, where whether it's a lure, a reel, a rod, line, a frog, whatever it might be that you pick up, you fish with, and you can't find something or one small little tweak that you would have made to the product, right? So what I mean is, perfect is a very strong word, but it is what I would use to describe this rod I'm about to show you guys. It has been in the works. I don't even know how many months it's been. Any of you that have follow me on social media, you guys may have seen some teaser reels I've been posting to my platforms regarding a project that I have been working on with everybody over there at Senko Sticks. And I'm here to tell you guys, Alex, Jenna, and Sam truly, outdid themselves, and they are masters at what they do. I went to them with a vision, with an idea, and to say that they knocked it out of the park would be an insult to them. I really could not talk more highly enough about how this came out. What I have here, this is the Big O rod from Senko Sticks. And essentially what this is a 7/9 heavy fast flipping rod. And basically the deal with these are, when I went to Alex, I said, man, I want a rod that can do everything flipping related you will run into while fishing out here on Lake Okeechobee. I want a rod that you could flip a 1/2 ounce weight to some sparse grass, all the way up to a big 1.5 ounce weight in a mat like you see here. I want a rod that'll flip a jig perfect. And essentially, when I'm saying doing this, I want to build the best rod that money can buy. I don't want to skimp. I just want a perfect flipping rod. Flipping, like I said, it's something I'm very passionate about. I am very particular about. It is my favorite way to fish. It is what got me back into bass fishing. It's something that, it sounds kind of corny, but it's very near and dear to my heart. And when I went to Alex and told him what I was looking for, I'd like to tell you guys that we went through prototype after prototype after prototype when building this. But essentially, once Alex got around to it and had time on his schedule to tackle this project, when it came to the blank and the action, he nailed it on the first try. He honestly did. He is just such an expert in his craft when it comes to rod building, component, just everything that goes in the entire rod building industry. It's amazing how much he knows. And he handed me the blank. He said, let me know how this feels. I think this is what you're looking for, but be honest, let me know. Again, it's a little bit hard to really tell without components. He went ahead and built it out. Said, fish it, play with it, abuse it. Truly let me know if there's anything you would change. You have one chance to do it right, and that's what I want to do. And we had to play around with a little bit with components. He knocked it out of the park. I said, man, I couldn't be happier with the action. It does everything. I tested it, like I said, from 1.5 ounce tungsten all the way down to really a 1/4 ounce. I flipped a jig on it a bunch. Obviously a 3/4 ounce weight, which you guys know is kind of my most universal deal there and what I use 99% of the time. From there, we kind of played around with different types of components, guide ideas. I think he played around with guide spacing on a couple of them. But going back to, aesthetics, how it was going to look, grips, and it's finally done. And it's rated from a 1/4 ounce to 1.5 ounces. This rod is a little bit on the higher end side. It is on the higher end side. It is pricey, but what you do get in this is, like I said, I think it's the best flipping rod you can find. These grips are kind of, I don't know, we got these in. I thought these things were just killer. The pattern is called Cactus. It's just a very really sharp looking pattern. Very good grip, very comfortable. You don't get any rubbing after flipping all day. Nothing rubs your hand raw. Rod is super well balanced. Obviously, Alex counterbalances this rod. So it's super comfortable. Got a double lock nut on there. Awesome Fuji reel. So you want something comfortable that's going to be very, just comfortable to palm and hold all day. We've got an SIC double or a SIC reverse guide here. It's a Fuji guide, and then we went with recoils on here. So we went back and forth with, do we just go with SIC guides up the entire rod? Alex thought it'd be really, really cool to, build a rod that is just ready to go with the recoils, because you don't see that very much. Played with them. He said, man, if you flip it and you don't really like it, you think for whatever reason you're just not happy with them, then we'll go ahead and switch it to regular SICs. But I really, truly do love these. Very, very light. It reduces the weight on the rod, I feel. The sensitivity is great. And again, they're almost, they're foul proof. You could step on them a little bit. I'm not telling you guys to do so, but if you're unfamiliar with the recoils, they're super, super, just, I don't know, you really can't hurt them, right? Got an SIC tip on there, and the rod it does it all. It's super strong. I boat flipped a lot of really big fish on it, and it's super lightweight, and it's perfectly balanced. The blank, I'm not going to bore you guys and I'm going to mess it up, but it's kind of got a special blend that Alex has been playing with, kind of mixing some new school technology in with some old school technology that guys used to use back in the day, blending it a little bit so you get the best of both worlds. And I absolutely love it. The thing is badass. It's the one flipping rod you're going to need to do almost everything. Now, here's the thing. This is rated to 1.5 ounces. I think it flips 1.5 ounces weight perfectly. I don't know if I would flip above that, but the reason I maxed it out with that is because I don't use over 1.5 ounces weight. I don't like using a 2 ounce. It's just, I feel like my landing ratio goes way down. There obviously is a time and place for that. This might not be the rod for that, but for 1.5 ounces, it does it perfect. You guys know I love flipping a jig. Flips a 1/2 ounce, a 3/4 ounce jig, perfect. This rod's got an awesome tip. You guys can see here. Couple reasons, and that was a big, big, big deal in the production of this rod. I wanted a rod that had the backbone to do everything, but I wanted a rod that bent. I wanted a rod that loaded on hook sets, but still had the backbone and the horsepower to pull the fish out of the thick stuff. That light tip enables you to do a couple things. It enables you to, when you flip, that's what helps you lay that bait in the water just so gently, letting that tip kind of snap and load back when you make the flip. A lot of people that get on my boat, they say, man, I really struggle with getting that soft entry, whether I'm flipping a jig or I'm flipping a beaver or, a Texas rig. A lot of that has to do with the tip of your rod. If you're flipping a broomstick, it's just going to kind of splash in the water. That light tip, it makes it more effortless for you to flip because you're not doing it with your arm. The rod is doing all the work, okay? So it enables you to be very accurate with your flips, less effort, less fatigue at the end of the day, which is a huge deal when you flip as much as we do down here on Okeechobee. And then on top of that, it enables you to check your fish. And what I mean by that is when you get those falling bites, right? A lot of times you don't feel the bite. And when you go to lift up, that's when you detect that that fish is on there. So you might get the bite on the drop. When you lift up, that soft tip when you lift on that fish enables you to, kind of test them, see that it's a fish, see if the fish is pulling. And you're not, when you set the hook, it more or less pins the hook in their mouth and it doesn't rip the hook out of their mouth. All right, it kind of enables it to load up into the fish. Once it gets down, 4 or 5 inches into the rod, the backbone really kicks in. This rod has plenty of power. But again, the whole rod is going to load, which is going to keep that hook pinned in the fish. It's going to enable to kind of act as if you have some drag on the fish, even because you guys know that we are locking down our drag with 65-pound line out here. You're going to lose less fish. It's less fatigue on you. Okay, you're going to have less pulled hooks, but it's going to pin that fish in whether you're flipping reeds or a mat, and it's going to, just keep them pinned up on there. And again, the rod's very, very lightweight in your hand. I flipped the other day with my brother. He picked this thing up and absolutely fell in love with it as well. I'm kind of rambling at this point. You got a hook keeper here. I mean, every little thing on this rod was thought out. It does everything I wanted it to do. And it's really the only flipping rod that you need when it comes to heavy flipping with heavy line out here on Lake Okeechobee, and obviously it'll work anywhere in the country. A big way I like to put it is I wanted a 7.9 rod that flipped like a 7.6. And this rod does just that. It is 7.9, so you get that extra length, you get that extra line control, that extra line pickup, but you're not fatigued at the end of the day from flipping that big 7-11 rod. I went with the 7.9. I thought it was a little bit more versatile, and it's kind of in between that 7-11 and that 7.6. So I want to say thank you to everyone at Senko Sticks, Alex, Jenna, Sam. You guys are true masters at what you do. So whether you want to try one of these rods, feel free. You guys can use code TIGHTSPLICE at checkout. But go check out everything that they have. You know, I've sent tons of customers their way, and all my customers that get on my boat and fish with the rods, I've never had a complaint, and they are honestly blown away with the performance of them. But if you are serious about flipping and it's something that you do, it's something that you're very passionate about, definitely check this rod out. It truly is a work of art. And I kind of debated on posting this video. I kind of talked about maybe just waiting and putting a highlight reel of us catching giant fish on here with the rod, but I've been kind of haven't been filming when I've been fishing with it because I didn't want it to be shown. And but I went down to the Glades. I've been flipping with it on some trips and things, and I don't know. That'll be next. We'll go out and just film a video exclusively flipping with these rods and show you guys what they can do. But if you want to, you know, try for yourself, check them out on the website. I'm gonna text Alex and them and tell them that I made the video, so I'm sure these are probably up on the website already. Again, this is called the Big O, and definitely check it out. I appreciate you guys watching. You will see more on this rod in the very near future, and until the next one, tight lines and be safe out there.